IDS 2025. Did it live up to the hype? Did it bring anything new? Did it bring anything revolutionary? Did it deliver on its promise to be the biggest conference in dentistry in the world? I went to IDS 2025. It was in Cologne, Germany. It was not so easy to get there. We flew to different cities, took a bunch of different trains, which for an American like me is pretty fun. You know, our train system is not as beautiful as it is in Europe. So the destination was pretty cool how to get there. It definitely took determination. But finally, when you got there, if you've never been to IDS, think of the Greater New York Dental Meeting, the Javits Center, 4 times bigger. And it takes 3, 4, maybe 5 days to really be able to get through every single booth, or the majority of the booth, to be able to see what you're doing. You know, I learned the first time and the second time that I got there, make sure you wear comfortable shoes, because at the end of the day, your feet are gonna hurt, your brain is gonna hurt, your voice is gonna be hoarse, but you'll get possibly what you wanted. You know, in IDS 2025, it was completely different when I went in 17, 19, 23, and really I wanted to see if the world of digital dentistry, or even dentistry in its sense, was innovating still. And it really taught me a lot of different things. I'm gonna ask you a question that I asked a really good friend of mine, and I said, in the next 5 years, or even 10 years, how many of these companies that are here at IDS 2025 are still gonna be relevant? Are they gonna be the Palm Pilot of dentistry? Will they be at the head of innovation and then completely disappear? Or will they continually be ahead of the game, nobody will catch up to them, and they'll still be around? So one of the things I realized is that a lot of these companies, they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on flying their employees there, building booths, and when you walk around, you see there are some booths, whether they're beautiful or not, whether they're big or not, are bustling with people, and some of them are completely empty. And I found something very, very common, and I would say it's something that I learned that we try to apply to our business. When I would stop at a booth to ask about some sort of product that I've never seen before, or something that gained my curiosity, it was quite interesting that I would say the majority of the companies didn't speak English, they didn't know much about their products, they always looked to the person next to them to give them the answer. But some companies were just on the ball, and I love that. And I take that for my own business to make sure that my team members know exactly what we're selling, have the answers to all of the questions that we can be posed with from our customers or our clients or our patients. And it's extremely important for the success of your practice or even your business. So I would say in no particular order, I want to go over probably 4 big things that I saw at IDS that was very interesting in terms of the way the business of dentistry is going. I'm not going to do the fancy unboxing like that other people get paid to do, or do some ASMR, but I'm just going to tell you from my heart, as a wet finger dentist who works every single day just like you guys, what I saw and what I liked and what I didn't like. So first thing I thought was truly unbelievable, that I would say the non-OEM parts of dentistry, and I say non-OEM is I say dental chairs that are not ADEC, that are not Sirona, that are not Planmeca, that are not Pelton and Crane, and that come from other countries, specifically from Asia, were unbelievable. The quality looked unbelievable, the aesthetic was amazing. The prices are not as good as we thought they would be, but they are coming full force for the big players, specifically ADEC and Planmeca. And if you're building an office, it's something that you should really look into to try and save your pennies. The other thing that was very interesting was that, you know, I've built maybe 4 or 5 offices in my lifetime, and the biggest thing we always had a problem with was plumbing. And that means we had to break the floor, run the plumbing. But one of the things I saw at IDS was that these self-contained operatories, where there's a specific company that has dedicated themselves to build you or set up your operatory in 60 minutes or less. And behind me I built my surgical operatory, and that's what I wanted. I think the future of building operatories will be the modular way, where your chair can be set anywhere. It won't be set where the air or the water will be. Your suction can be set wherever you want. And if you're building a new office, look at these modular companies that set a cart for suction, a cart for air, a cart for a chair that actually is comfortable, that can have the seat go up and down. And I mean the seat, not where your butt sits, but where your leg is, so that you can actually sit in front of the patient as opposed to 3 o'clock or 12 o'clock like we always do, and actually see their smile. I thought that was tremendous, because traditional dental chairs have the toe in the front of them, and you don't have access to see how the patient looks. And I think that's really going to be the future. So look at non-OEM stuff. Electric handpieces are getting better and better, and we know that fixing electric handpieces is just ridiculous. So buy them, dispose of them. They had unbelievable showcases of that. I thought that was really very interesting. Another thing that is gaining popularity, I don't really subscribe to this, but robotic surgery. And we know the very famous robotic surgery that is available in America, which is semi-autonomous, where you still have to hold it and set it to where it needs to be. But I saw an unbelievable robot where all you had to do was stand back, almost be in a different room, and just push the pedal, and would make its way inside the patient's mouth, drill down, and be ready. Unfortunately, because of the FDA and the bureaucracy and the politics that happen in America, we're probably not going to see that in America for at least 5, 6, maybe even 10 years. But in Asia, they've done over 3,000 surgeries with it. Europe is their first market to get the approval. But look at fully autonomous robotic surgery to be unbelievable, because now we talk about scaling implant dentistry. I thought was very interesting. Another company that I thought was just unbelievable, and I don't know what it is. They don't pay me or anything, but I'm so in love with them. The way that their team is, the way they know what they're doing, the way they have the answers to everything, the way they greet you with a smile is true abutment. I was so blown away with everything, from them interviewing dentists on the side to entry-level salespeople speaking to you, to coders and developers out there to be able to explain to you where they're at and what they're doing. And really, their mission is to make dentistry easy for people and make it affordable. And my God, I tested out the iPad photogrammetry, and holy cow, this is gonna change the way we do dentistry. I hate the game changer, but to actually make, for the people that want photogrammetry to be really available, they have something very interesting that no other company has, and that's not just using an iPad, but the way they actually pick up the scans, and the speed of it and the redundancy that they put into it is really, so that is a company to watch. They're doing unbelievable things. I'm a huge fan of IOConnect, but the next 2-3 weeks I will do a video of the photogrammetry of true abutment, so take a look at that. Lastly, this company is just, my God, everything they do right. And that's from the way their booth was set up, to their invitation to, I would say, KOLs for their product release, to make us feel as if, hey, we actually matter, we want you to be there, and you'll see things before the whole world sees. We were able to be there at 8 o'clock, and then their booth at 10 o'clock, I think for 4 days, was bustling. From the smiles on their face, to them listening to their clients, to me sitting on the bus with the CEO of the company. And this company is none other than 3Shape. And there were scanners there, and I think 3Shape is just so far ahead of the game, sort of like Powerball, but 3Shape is so far ahead of the game that they will have a hard time being caught up to. Trio 6, although is not a massive change in hardware, but the UI that they built is just unbelievable. The auto zooms, the fluorescence, the AI integration for recession, occlusion wear, all of the ecosystem makes you want to stay into it. And more importantly, man, that booth did not stop bustling. People really believe in this company. And with their new head, Jacob, the CEO, and obviously Rune out there really changing dentistry together as he says it, I think this company will be there for a very, very, very long time. So, in conclusion, IDS did not bring massive innovation, but it taught me a lot about how to run your company, to really look out there and realize that almost in America, we're almost blocked from getting a lot of the innovation that is in dentistry because either small companies run out of money. You know, I found an unbelievable camera to be able to record surgeries to bring this to you, and I have no idea how I'll get it shipped, how we'll get through the tariffs. I have no idea how we'll get this thing, but unbelievable products that are out there that are affordable for us. And I'm a little bit nervous that we may fall behind because we will not have access to these things. So in general, what company do I feel will always be there until for at least 10 years, if not more? 3Shape will be there. True Abutment is a rising star in all aspects because their business is just unbelievable. My last thought is, when you run your business, make sure that it's not all glitz and glam, but that your team members know how to answer the questions, that your team members are passionate about the product, and your team members are trained to be able to bring in your clients and your patients to give them the best experience ever. Until then, IDS 2027, subscribe below and comment if you want to see any other videos. Bye-bye.